Three machines that changed how the whole world eats, cooks, and travels all started the same dumb way. Food was going bad, and somebody got annoyed. The microwave in your kitchen began in 1945 when a candy bar melted in one engineer's pocket at a radar company. Before that, a Frenchman heated sour wine and stumbled onto how to keep milk safe. And a Chicago meat man froze a train car so beef could cross a continent. Nobody set out to invent the future. They just wanted their food to stop spoiling. Percy Spencer never finished grammar school. By 1945, he was one of the top engineers at Raytheon, building radar sets for the war. One day, he stood next to a running magnetron, the tube that pumps out radar waves, and the candy bar in his pocket turned to goo. Most people grab a napkin. Spencer grabbed a bag of popcorn kernels, held it up to the tube, and watched it pop across the room. Popcorn was the very first food a microwave ever cooked on purpose. Next, he tried an egg, and it exploded in a co-worker's face. Raytheon filed the patent on October 8, 1945. The first oven, the Raider Range, arrived in 1947. It stood nearly 6 feet tall, weighed 750 pounds, and cost as much as $5,000. Spencer's reward for inventing it: $2, the flat bonus Raytheon paid for any patent. Now jump back to the 1860s. France ran on wine, and the wine kept turning to vinegar in the barrel. In 1863, Emperor Napoleon III asked a chemist, Louis Pasteur, to figure out why. Pasteur put a drop under a microscope and found the culprit. Tiny living microbes were souring the batch. His fix was almost silly in how simple it was. Heat the wine to between 131 and 140 degrees Fahrenheit for a short spell, kill the microbes, and the wine keeps. He patented it in 1865 and wrote it all up in his book in 1866. Now notice what is missing from that story. Milk. Pasteur built this to rescue wine and beer, not the school lunch carton. Milk did not get the same treatment until 1886, when a German chemist named Franz von Soxhlet pushed to heat it so babies would stop dying from dirty milk. That word on your milk carton came from a wine problem. Last stop, 1878. Back then, if a city wanted beef, it shipped the whole live cow by rail. And a huge chunk of that cow was bone and waste nobody could sell. A Chicago meat seller named Gustavus Swift hated the math. So he hired an engineer, Andrew Chase, to build a train car that stayed cold. Chase packed ice up in the top of the car, so the cold air sank down over the meat and lined the walls with insulation. Now Swift could butcher in Chicago and ship only the good beef east. An earlier ice car from 1868 had failed because the hanging carcasses swung on the curves and nearly tipped the train. Chase's version held the road. By 1880, Swift was landing fresh beef in Boston and reaching New York within a couple of years at prices no local butcher could touch. That cold car did not just move meat. It rebuilt the entire American food supply, from beef to fruit to the milk in your fridge. So here is the pattern. The microwave, safe milk, and cheap beef all came from the same boring problem: food spoils. We hand out credit like genius fell from the sky, but the real engine was a